Welcome back to our series on They Lied to You About the Sun. We're in part 3 today, and I want to break down the lie about sunscreen versus sunlight and how your body actually can produce natural sunscreen. In case you didn't know, like I didn't know before, they really have confused people with protection versus deprivation, and how we need to deprive ourselves of the sun is what they're preaching at us so that we don't get sunburned and have skin damage. But guess what? There is more to the story that they have been keeping from you. Most people think that protecting their skin means blocking the sun completely, slathering on SPF before their makeup, and just like covering their face and hiding. But guess what? Your skin was actually designed to be trained by light, not damaged and shocked by it. What does this mean? Let's dive in. The real issue with skin problems and damage from the sun is not actually sunlight on its own. It's a whole lot of things that have been put into our world that were not originally designed by God. The issue is how you're exposed and when you're exposed and what's in your body. So today, one of the pieces we are going to uncover is the when you are exposed, because so many people are missing this piece and it's detrimental. Morning sunlight and midday sunlight are completely different spectrums of light, and they're going to influence your body in completely different ways. They're not the same signal to the body. Remember how we talked about sunlight going through your eyes is a signal and it's telling your brain what hormones to produce? It's also preparing your body for sun exposure in the future. Your skin is responding to different spectrums of light throughout the day in different ways. Morning sunlight. When you go outside in the morning, this is why I preach about sunrise light and morning UVA light so much, is because morning sunlight preconditions, it prepares your body and your skin to have sun exposure later in the day. So all you really need to know is that the more time you spend consistently each day in the earlier morning hours out in the sun, taking morning walks, opening your car windows so that your eyes can see the sky, not wearing sunglasses, and exposing your skin and your body and your eyes to the beautiful God-given sunlight in the morning, that's going to precondition and prepare your body to have the harsher exposure of UVB and the harsher times of light in the middle of the day. Why is this? Morning sunlight is at a lower angle and it's very full of red and infrared light. Right now, red light therapy is trending. Photobiomodulation is a huge thing. I talk about it too because we still desperately need buffers with getting more red light, because we really don't have the ability to be out in the sun enough to get as much red light as we need as a society unless you are living outside literally all day long. It's pretty hard to get enough red light therapy. And so that's why people are having such incredible benefits with red light for their eyesight, with red light for pain, with red light for all these different conditions, is because your body was actually designed to be getting free red light therapy from the sun at sunrise and in the morning and at sunset. So this morning light, we all know it's not going to burn you. You can't get a sunburn by being outside when the UV index is low enough. But what is this red light therapy doing and this infrared therapy doing from the sun in the morning? It is preparing us. It's conditioning us. It's increasing our mitochondrial efficiency in our skin cells. It's improving blood flow and oxygenation, and it's helping our skin be able to build melanin gradually, which is your body's natural UV protection. This is really important. Melanin is huge. Melanin is not just what's the color of your skin. It's not just what gives your skin pigment. We have melanin all throughout our body, and it actually even is connected to our bodies being able to detox heavy metals. Like when you start diving into the depths of what melanin is and how important it is that we build our melanin, we have melanopsin receptors all over our body. That's a whole nother topic that we will do in a whole other video, but there's just so much depth to this. That's why I created a whole course on sunlight. This is the part that no one explains. Melanin, it's photoprotective adaptation plus a million other things. So when you are avoiding the sun completely and you are hiding indoors and you are covering your skin and covering your your face and your eyes with all these sunglasses and SPF and thick clothes and shade and all this stuff, your skin is never going to be able to build adaptive resilience. And so what is that going to lead to? It's going to be massive sun damage when you finally do go out in the sun for that 2 weeks in the summer when you have a paid vacation. In the Caribbean, if you go on a cruise, you're going to have some massive shock to your body that has not been getting conditioned to handle it. So this is how people are having a nice, dark, deep, rich, wonderful tan and feeling healthy without seasonal depression all year round, no matter where they live, is because they're understanding that sunlight is important no matter what season it is, no matter what time of day it is. If the sun is up from sunrise to sunset, no matter what the weather is, sunlight is important for your eyes and your skin. So when you finally do go outside at noon in the middle of the summer and your skin isn't protected by SPF, but you've been preconditioning it in the proper ways with the nuance, you're ready. Your skin is trained and you're not going to burn. I have not burned in the sun since I have been following my Sunlight for Health protocol. I have not burned in the sun, and neither has my baby, and neither has my family who has followed, and none of my clients or students who have taken my course as well. So sunscreen only logic is really going to backfire. We can dive into this even deeper. There's so many things that go with sunscreen. I mean, we've got DNA damage to the chemicals to so much. But sunscreen, people treat it like a permission slip to ignore their biology, and they'll actually stay in the sun way longer than they should be. And so that's another place where damage can come in. If you block everything and you block out how you're feeling and you're not in tune with like, hey, I'm kind of getting crispy. Let's just cover it up and let me just get more sun. That's really dangerous. That's actually a big reason why we have so many issues with skin too, because people want to sun max outside with a ton of sunscreen so that they can just overdo it and not feel the consequences of it immediately because they're covered in sunscreen. Then they want to go stay inside indoors and wear sunglasses and totally just mismatch their biology, and then go back again and suddenly expose their skin to this harsh midday sun. And we've got this whole mismatch happening of hormone problems, of, melanin not knowing that it needs to be produced. And it's just a miscommunication in the body. And that is, it's this cycle of deprivation and then overload. And of course, we are going to have damage and problems and faster aging if we are not following the important steps that need to happen when we are going to have sunlight exposure. Your skin expects gradual light signals. So your morning is going to build the tolerance. So get your morning sunlight as much as you can every single day. Your midday is going to be handled safely if you prep with your morning sunlight. And your evening signals from the sun are actually, a sunset. Why do we crave sunset as humans? When you go to the beach, literally the sunset attracts crowds. And it's not just because it's beautiful. It is because it is signaling to your body when you have bare naked eyes with no sunglasses and no contacts and no lenses, and your skin gets that light. You are signaling to your brain and your body that it is time to repair and recover, and you are going to have a great night's sleep. Especially if you are setting your circadian rhythm up wonderfully by going outside at sunrise time and sunset time and preconditioning your skin and preparing your body for the harsher times of sun in the middle of the day. Real, actual sun protection is starting before sunscreen. I'm not anti-sunscreen. I still will have some tallow zinc oxide-based sunscreens available if we're going to be out in really harsh light. But I first look at how are we preconditioning our skin. We actually went to the ocean today. I got to go play in the sand and build sandcastles with my sweet toddler. And what did we do this morning? We went out on the patio and we went outside at sunrise time and we spent time looking at the sky, looking for birds. It was a little chilly, so we bundled up a little bit. And then a couple hours later, we went back outside. When the sun was on our patio, we sat there and soaked up sun in the UVA in the mid-morning. We listened to the birds. We soaked it up. And then when we went out in the hottest part of the day at the beach with the reflecting water and the hot white sand, we did not get burned. We soaked up the sun. We feel amazing. She had a great nap. Not even a tinge of pink. And as you build this, you will build your solar callus, you will build your melanin naturally, and you will set yourself up if you continue to do this all year round. You won't just be blessed in the summer without getting skin damage and sun damage and burns. You're going to have a much better winter and a much better spring and a much better whole year round when you optimally use the sun. And that is what I teach you in my Sunlight for Health course. You're going to be supporting the mitochondria that handle light energy. In episode 2, in part 2 of this series, we talked about your mitochondria. Sunscreen can be a tool, but it should not replace the biological training process that your skin depends on, which is exactly what we just broke down in this video. So if this reframed how you see sunlight, and it made you go, whoa, this is crazy. I wish I would have heard this years ago. Make sure you are subscribed and following me for part 4 here at Caitlin Simmons Official. And if you want the full science-backed framework for how you are supposed to start using sunlight safely and strategically and get charts of when you need to be going outside and know the nuance and know the breakdown and have the strategy behind it to use Sunlight for Health, my Sunlight for Health course breaks this down step by step. The link is in the description. And when you use code Quantum Mama in all caps, you will get a hefty discount along with a free upgrade that I just added, my Mitochondria 101 course. Okay, guys, see you in part 4.